name is Robin Cotter, and I teach at Phoenix College, which is a 2-year community college in the heart of Phoenix. And I'm a biology faculty member there, but I'm also the PI on a STEM Cure grant, which is funded by the HSI and STEM grant. It's mainly the networking. It really is a sense of community. I feel like this is the community I've been looking for. I teach at an HSI, which is a 2-year community college, but oftentimes we're not included in the conversation. We're not often represented. But one of the things that I appreciated the most about the Hub is that community colleges were involved from the onset. We were part of the conversation, and they made sure that our students' voices were heard, the needs of our institutions that were distinct for us were heard, and then everyone came together with solutions. It doesn't just focus on the challenges, but everyone contributes ideas, solutions, resources, so that together, collectively, we can find positive solutions for the problems that our students and our institutions are facing. For our grant, we decided to partner with local community organizations, industry, and the local state universities. And we co-developed research projects that would be relevant to our students, so our students could actively give back to their communities while getting work-based experiences at the same time. And this was called the STEM Cure Grant as part of the HSI and STEM program. One of the things that we do is we take faculty and we train them. So we work together to train them how to take research and effectively embed it into the course. We've also been working to make these culturally responsive. So our students have lots of assets that they bring to the classroom, but sometimes science is done in a vacuum and we don't incorporate culture into the work that we're doing. We asked our students, what are issues that are relevant and important to you? What are your connections to the community? And we asked them, what types of issues would you like to address through the research? We set up these partnerships and these networks, and students met with these organizations. The organizations identified problems that they were working on or data that they needed help collecting, and our students acted as consultants. They went out, they collected the data, and they synthesized the data, and then they presented it back to the partners, and they've been presenting it at local, regional, and national conferences for the past 5 years. We started our grant 5 years ago in January, so we're in our 5th year, and we'll be wrapping up at the end of this year. When I found the Hub, I found other individuals who had similar interests in cures, and they knew my population of students. I didn't have to try to explain to them what an HSI was and what our students needed. And they began to understand why existing frameworks didn't necessarily work for us. And I think that's one of the things that I've taken away from this group is that each of our institutions are unique, just like each of our students are unique. There's no one size fits all, but we have to really look at what our students need and then actively seek out those resources. And the Hub has helped me connect to the resources that I need for my students when my students need those. What I love about the conference is that it brings individuals from diverse disciplines, institution types, and even roles together. I love that I can sit at a table with early career faculty, mid and late career faculty, but also administrators, people who lead professional development, and I get to hear from them about how they approach and solve problems. And it really helps me reevaluate how we're approaching the same problems and issues. I think it really sparks creativity, and also it motivates me. It reminds me that we have a purpose, and that purpose is to serve our students. So I really appreciated the focus on servingness that this particular conference has had, reminding us why we're all here. I'm a first-generation college student. My parents, my dad was in the military. My mother cleaned houses to send all of us to college. And so I have 5 sisters and 2 brothers. We're a large family. There was no way, right, that we could do it without the support of our parents. I remember what it was like to be a first-generation college student, trying to learn how to navigate through that. But it was a professor who engaged me in undergraduate research that really turned me on to research as a STEM career. I had no idea that it even existed. And because of their mentorship, I decided that I wanted to be able to give that back. I originally started teaching at Arizona State University, and I loved it there, but I had an opportunity to visit my community college, Phoenix College, and I fell in love with it because it's non-traditional students who bring so much expertise to the table, but they have to take a more non-traditional pathway to get there. And that's where my passion lies. And I wanted to give them the same opportunity that my undergraduate mentor gave to me. We became really committed to developing a research program that worked with their schedules, didn't ask them to give up their jobs or spend time away from their families, but actually embed it into the curriculum. The why is that somebody did this for me and I want to pay it forward. And I want to give my students that same opportunity that someone gave to me all of those years ago. I think that multiple speakers have mentioned that, reflection without action is not going to get you anywhere. We know what to do. The networks have been created, the resources have been developed, but we have to pick it up and we have to lead it forward. Nobody's going to do the work for us. I think it's really important for us to be committed to that, to take up the charge and to take it back to our institutions. Now we've had a collective hub, we've had the training, we've had the support, we've made the connections. Now it's up to us to take this back to our institutions and make sure that it's implemented there.